know what happened. I was supposed to take her to the Fireflies and walk away. Because of her, they were actually going to make a cure. The only catch. Sweet Jesus.
Doctor?
What are you doing in here?
It would kill her.
In 2020, a video game made half the internet lose their minds. Because the director and actors got death threats.
I'm bombarded with hundreds of negative comments, death threats, anti-Semitic comments. It's putting me in a deep depression.
There's some stupid stuff that's like, you're a feminazi, you're whatever shit like that, but it's like some stuff was really like, you know, disturbing.
The hatred, I think, that was behind it. I was sad. Like, there were a lot of days where I would just cry.
Every time I went online, it was just, that's all I saw was death threats and threats of violence. And the worst of it, the really like hardcore death threats got passed along. And they, you know, made sure that they weren't anyone that like lived close by. Yeah, they were like threatening my son, you know, who was born during all of it. And yeah, it was rough. It was rough. But, you know, more than anything, it just kind of like, it kind of like taught me to kind of keep a distance, you know?
And fans declared the franchise dead. But what if I told you this wasn't a failure? It was the plan all along. What if The Last of Us Part 2 wasn't just telling a story, but conducting the largest psychological experiment in gaming history? And we were all test subjects.
I hate that bitch, I hate that bitch. Abby's gonna die, Abby's gonna die. Fuck that bitch. Abby's gonna die, Abby's gonna die, fuck that bitch, hate that bitch, Abby's gonna die, Abby's gonna die, fuck that bitch, hate that bitch, Abby's gonna die, Abby's gonna die,
Ellie and Joel
hate
live
that
happily
bitch,
ever after.
Abby's gonna die,
Shoot her,
Abby's
Ellie.
gonna die, fuck that
Shoot her.
bitch, hate
Shoot her,
that
Ellie.
bitch,
Keep shooting her.
Abby's gonna die,
Yes.
Abby's gonna
And
die,
again.
fuck that bitch, hate that bitch, Abby's gonna die, Abby's gonna die, fuck that bitch.
Welcome to my deep dive analysis of The Last of Us. Over the next hour, we're going to break down not just what these games say, but how they say it. And more importantly, what they reveal about us as players. We'll cover everything. The lie that destroyed everything. Why Joel had to die. The secret meaning behind every parallel. How the game manipulated your emotions on purpose. Why the backlash proved the game's point. And the hidden details that change everything. But first, let me ask you something. When Joel killed that surgeon to save Ellie, did you share? Be honest.
You fucking animal!
Did you think that he was the hero?
I got you. I got you.
Hold on to that feeling, because by the end of the video, you might not recognize the person who felt that way.
Hey, we need help.
Stop!
Please. It's my daughter. I think her leg is broken.
Stop right there!
Okay. We're not sick.
Got a couple of civilians in the outer perimeter. Please advise.
Eddie, what about Uncle Tommy?
We're gonna get you to safety and go back for him, okay?
Sir, there's a little girl. But... Yes, sir.
Somebody, we've just been through hell. Okay, we just need... Oh, shit. Please don't. Oh no. Sarah. Move your hands, baby. I know, baby, I know. God. Listen to me, I know this hurts, baby. You're gonna be okay, baby. Stay with me. All right, I'm gonna pick you up. I know, baby, I know it hurts. Come on, baby, please. I know, baby, I know. Sarah. Baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Come on. No. 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 Please.
To understand The Last of Us, we need to start where it all really begins. With Sarah's death. Not just because it's sad, but because this moment creates the entire moral framework of both games. Joel doesn't just lose a daughter, he loses her to someone following orders. A soldier who chose protocol over compassion, system over individual, the many over the few. The game tells us Joel tried to kill himself after Sarah died. Failed. The scar is still there. Joel doesn't tell it in the game, but in the TV series, he talks about it. Let's have a listen.
Shot and missed. I figured that would have happened later.
No. Second day.
Well, I gotta hand it to the army people. They were way better at stitching you up than I was.
It was me. I was the guy who shot and missed. There's no story. Sarah died. And I couldn't see the point anymore. Simple as that. And I wasn't scared either. I was ready. I couldn't have been more ready.
20 years later, this man was hollow, empty, going through the motions of survival without any reason to survive. For 20 years, Joel becomes exactly what that soldier was. Someone who follows the brutal logic of survival. No compassion, no hesitation. He admits to Ellie that he's been on both sides of ambushes. He's killed innocent people. He's become the very thing that destroyed his life. And then he meets Ellie. She's 14. Sarah would have been 34. The same age gap.
Oh, man.
Hey, what happened to sleeping?
Okay, I know it doesn't look like it, but this here is not a bad read. Only one problem. Right there. To be continued. I hate cliffhangers.
Where did you get that?
Back at Bill's. I mean, all this stuff was just lying there.
What else did you get?
Well... Here. This make you all nostalgic?
You know, that is actually before my time. That is a winner, though. Oh, man.
Well, better than nothing. Oh. I'm sure your friend will be missing this tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It's light on the reading, but it's got some interesting photos.
Now, Ellie, that ain't for kids.
Whoa! How the hell would he even walk around with that thing?
Get rid of that.
Well, hold your horses. I want to see what all the fuss is about. Oh. Why are these all stuck together? I'm just fucking with you. Bye-bye, dude.
The same fierce spirit. The same ability to make him laugh. And suddenly, Joel has something he hasn't had in 20 years. a reason to care. But here's what's brilliant. The game never lets you forget Sarah. Every time Joel looks at Ellie, he sees his daughter. Every choice he makes is colored by that loss. And that brings us to the most important moment in gaming history. Let's talk about what really happens at the hospital. Because it's not just a rescue mission, it's a philosophical nightmare. The surgeon, Jerry Anderson, remember that name, faces an impossible choice. Kill one girl to maybe save humanity.
It's intertwined with the brain. There's no other option.
There has to be some other way.
There's no way to remove the specimen without destroying the host.
The host? She's a child, not some petri dish.
You think I don't... I'm aware of the situation.
And you're okay with killing her?
No, I'm okay with developing a vaccine that'll help save millions of lives. How many fireflies have died for less?
That was their choice. Are you asking me? Or are you telling me this is how it's gonna be?
I am begging you to buy in.
And what if this was Abby?
Look, everything that we've been fighting for, all the sacrifices, all of the horrific... all of that is justified with this one act.
It's a classic trolley problem. Sacrifice one to save many. From Jerry's perspective, this is heroic, noble. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. He's probably saved hundreds of lives as a doctor. This is just one more calculated decision for the greater good. From Joel's perspective, this is murder. They're killing his daughter again, but this time he can stop it. When Joel shoots Jerry, he doesn't hesitate. No warning shot, no discussion, just death. And we cheered for it. We called it justice. We called it love. But we never thought about a 14-year-old girl waiting for her dad to come home. We never considered that Joel just created another version of himself. A child destroyed by loss, shaped by trauma. Destined for violence. The game was already telling us every hero is someone else's villain. We just weren't listening.
Swear to me. Swear to me that everything that you said about the fireflies is true.
I swear.
This lie isn't just dishonesty, it's theft on a cosmic scale. Let me explain why.
I was supposed to die in that hospital. My life would have fucking mattered. But you took that from me.
Ellie believes her immunity is her purpose. Every person who died, from Tess to Riley to Sam and Henry, their deaths would mean something if she could save humanity. She's carrying survivor's guilt like a physical weight. Everyone dies except me, she says. The only way to make that guilt bearable is to make those deaths count for something. But Joel already lost one daughter to someone else's greater good. He's not losing another, so he makes a choice for her. The same kind of choice that killed Sarah. Someone deciding what's best without asking. The parallel is perfect and horrible. Joel becomes the soldier who killed Sarah. Someone making decisions about life and death without consent. The victim becomes the perpetrator, and he is the worst part. Ellie knows he's lying. You can see it in her face. But she chooses to believe him because the alternative that Joel took away her choice, her purpose, her meaning, is too painful to accept. For 5 years, this lie sits between them, poisoning everything. Part 2 opens up with something we rarely see in a post-apocalyptic fiction: peace. Joel playing guitar, Ellie dating, Tommy with a family. They build something beautiful. And then Joel does something that seems out of character. He saves a stranger. Gives his name, trusts too easily. Nicholas Dennis from the Medium wrote the following. You can pause it so you can read it. Alexandra from Screen Rant wrote the following. You can also pause it to read it. Also on Reddit, people are saying that Joel would never do that because he would trust no one. People call this bad writing. It's not. It's the whole point. Joel has been trying to be better. To be the man Ellie deserves. The man Sarah would have wanted him to be. He's not a paranoid survivor anymore. He's trying to be human again. And that humanity gets him killed. Now, let's talk about why Joel had to die from a narrative perspective. First, Joel's arc was complete. He found redemption through Ellie. He learned to love again. There was nowhere left for his character to go. Second, his death is a consequence of his choice. You can't kill dozens of people and accept no retaliation. The game is saying, actions have consequences, even for beloved characters. Joel's death transfers his burden to Ellie. She now carries not just survivor's guilt, but the weight of their unfinished business, the unspoken forgiveness, the conversation they'll never have. Here's where the game gets genius. When Abby kills Joel, you don't know why. The game deliberately hides her motivation. You don't know she's Jerry's daughter. You don't know her pain. All you know is her rage. This is called perspective sequencing, controlling information to manipulate emotional response. The game makes you feel before it makes you think.
But if you do want to kill Joel, that's not why we dislike the story. It's how you do it. To get that through your thick fucking skull. It's not that hard of a concept. How you kill a beloved character is important, especially if that character is the main character that people care about. Nobody cares about Abby!
For the next 10 hours, you play as Ellie, haunting Abby.
What are you doing, kiddo? You really gonna go through with this?
You kill her friends, you destroy her life, and the whole time you feel justified.
You both lived.
You're the hero. She's the villain.
Wasted it.
I'm gonna find. And I'm gonna kill. Every last one of them. Got you, motherfucker! Point to where she is. Fucking Christ!
I'm not giving up, my friend.
Then the game does something unforgivable. It says, now play as Abby. Players threw controllers. They quit the game. They said it was manipulation and forced empathy. And they were right. It was manipulation. That's the entire point. Suddenly you see, Abby had a dad who loved her. Joel killed him without hesitation. She spent 4 years training for revenge. She has friends, loves, fears. The game forces you to play through the same 3 days from Abby's perspective. You see the friends you killed as Ellie, but now they're people with names, stories, relationships. You killed pregnant Mel. She was a doctor trying to help people. You killed Owen. He was Abby's ex-boyfriend who wanted to stop the cycle of violence. The game is asking, still feel like a hero? Let's break down how perfectly these characters mirror each other. Let's start with Abby. Abby lost their father to Joel. Isaac becomes a surrogate father, finds her father's corpse and gets traumatized, hunts Joel for revenge. She protects Lev and Yara despite being enemies. Let's compare that with Ellie. Ellie lost her mother at birth. Joel becomes a surrogate father. She's witnessing Abby killing Joel and gets traumatized. She hunts down Abby and her friends for revenge and falls in love with Dina during the horror. But here's the brilliant part. Their stories are offsets. When we meet Abby, she's where Ellie is heading. She already got her revenge, killed Joel, and guess what? She's still broken, still has nightmares, still empty. The game is showing you this is Ellie's future if she doesn't stop.
Yara!
Where is the other apostate?
Clip her wings.
Abby finds these two kids from the enemy faction, something beautiful happens. She becomes Joel. Think about it. Enemy becomes protector. Hardened killer shows mercy. Adult finds redemption through protecting children.
They saved my life.
Sacrifices everything for them. Abby literally kills her own people to save Yara and Lev, just like Joel killed the fireflies to save Ellie. She betrays everything she believed in for love.
Yara, get up! Yara, please!
We need to move.
No! I can't leave her here! Stay back! Drop it! Now!
Oh, shit.
It's Abby! Stay back!
Stand down.
Isaac.
What the hell are you doing?
I need you to hear me out.
What's that behind you?
He saved my life.
Move out of the way. We'll deal with you back home.
He's not one of them, please.
Abby, move.
God damn it, he's just a kid!
You have 3 seconds to get away from that scar. 1.
You really gonna shoot me?
2.
I'm not fucking moving.
Love!
How is he doing this?
Hey, do you think maybe he could convince your mom?
If she saw him like this, she'd strangle him with her bare hands. How much did he tell you?
Not much. I heard some of your people calling him Lily.
For a long time, I didn't understand why he was questioning the laws, the traditions. When he explained to me how he felt inside, I told him he had to keep it to himself. I was hoping he'd snap out of it. He seemed fine for a while. But then he shaved his head. Like one of the men. It was suicide.
Is that when you ran?
First I screamed at him. I hit him. I was so stupid.
Yeah, I have an idea. Why don't we find something to cheer him up? Come on. Well, why do you think he did it now? Shaved his head, I mean.
Last week, he got assigned his role in the community. He wanted to be a soldier like me, but they decided he was to be a wife to one of the elders. It's tradition.
Poor kid.
And Lev. Lev is a trans, rejected by his own people, carrying massive trauma. Sound familiar? An outsider kid who doesn't fit in, saved by a violent adult who learns to be gentle. The game is saying Abby is Joel. If you can love Joel, you can love Abby. If you can't forgive Abby, you can't forgive Joel. Let's talk about the Red King, that horrifying mess of infected stuck together. It's not just a boss fight, it's a metaphor. The Red King is multiple infected who've been together so long they've fused into one nightmare. They can't be separated. Their trauma bounded into something monstrous. This is Joel and Ellie, Abby and Lev. Trauma bonds that create something powerful but potentially destructive. Love born from horror. When you damage the Red King enough, the stalker breaks free. Still dangerous, but now independent. This is Ellie breaking from Joel's shadow. Ellie breaking from her father's death. Here's something critics noticed. The game's message is violence is bad, but the gameplay makes violence fun. This seems like a contradiction. It's not. It's the point. The combat is visceral, satisfying, rewarding. You get better weapons, and you unlock skill trees and become better at killing people. The games want you to enjoy the violence, but then it shows you the cost. Ellie's journal gets darker. Her drawings more violent. She stops writing about hope and starts writing about revenge. Remember, when Ellie tortures Nora with a pipe, the game makes you press the button over and over and over again. You're not watching Ellie become the monster, you're helping her become one. Studies show players killed an average of 200 people per playthrough. That's 200 people with names, peers, friends. The game makes violence feel good, then makes you see what that violence really means. This disconnect between what you do and what the story says is called ludonarrative dissonance. Most games try to avoid it. The Last of Us Part 2 uses it as a weapon against you. Let's talk about Tommy, because his story might be the most tragic of all. Tommy was there when Sarah died. He couldn't save her. For 20 years he's lived with that failure. Then he loses Joel too, another family member he couldn't protect. When Tommy goes after Abby, he's not just avenging Joel. He's trying to finally be the protector he never could be. To do something, anything, to not feel powerless again. He lost half of his vision, his mobility, permanent limp. He lost his wife. Maria leaves him.
We're taking some time apart.
Sorry.
Nah. We talked about it a lot, and yeah, it's what we both want, so. Okay. Come sit. I got something to show you. So I've been putting out feelers for months now. And this new guy heard my story. He told me about a woman that he traded with while he was moving through California. Described her as built like an ox, traveling with a kid with scars across his face. He said they're living along this coast in a beach sailboat right here. That's gotta be her.
We're done with that, so.
He lost his home, lost everything. His soul becomes bitter, angry.
I'm sorry.
Well, I can't go.
I know.
All right.
When Tommy shows up at the farm and demands Ellie to continue a search for Abby, he's not the same man.
Reckon it's easy. Forget about her. You sitting all comfy way out here?
Hey.
I'll make her pay.
Tommy.
That's what you said when we got back to Jackson.
Tommy.
He's become what Joel was after Sarah died. Hollow.
What a joke.
Angry. Consumed by loss. The cycle continues. Loss creates violence. Violence creates loss. Round and round. Forever. Let's decode some symbolism most players missed. Ellie's moth tattoo isn't random. Moths are attracted to light, even when it destroys them. They can't help themselves. It's compulsion. Ellie is the moth. Revenge is the flame. She knows it's destroying her but can't stop moving toward it. The guitar Joel gives Ellie represents their relationship. When she plays it, she connects with him. It's peace. It's love. It's the opposite of violence. When Ellie loses her finger, she literally cannot play guitar anymore. The violence she chose has physically severed her connection to Joel's memory. She destroyed the thing she was trying to honor. Leaving the guitar at the farmhouse isn't giving up. It's accepting that she can't go backward, can't undo the damage, can only move forwards. Dina represents everything revenge costs you. She's love, family, future, hope. She's pregnant with Jesse's child but chooses Ellie. She's building a life. Look at what Ellie has. A partner who loves her, a baby to raise, a beautiful farm, safety and peace, a future. And she throws it all away. For what? For someone who is already broken. For violence that won't bring Joel back. For a cycle that never ends. When Ellie returns to an empty farm, Dina is gone. The baby is gone. The life is gone. This is what revenge really costs. Not just the people you lose, but the people you push away.
Have a good night.
How is it that you're never scared?
Who says that I'm not?
What are you scared of?
Let's see. Scorpions are pretty creepy. Being by myself. I'm scared of ending up alone.
And now she's all alone. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The backlash, the death threats, the review bombing, the hate. Players said Joel deserved better. Abby should die. This is SJW propaganda. They ruined the franchise. Look at what actually happened. A beloved character was killed. Players wanted revenge on the killer. The game asked them to understand the killer. Players refused. Players stayed angry for years. We became Ellie, unable to let go, unable to forgive, unable to see past our own pain. The game predicted our reaction and used it as proof of its stasis. The director said he expected this. They prepared the actors for harassment. They knew players would react exactly like Ellie, with blind rage and inability to empathize. The backlash wasn't a failure. It was the final chapter of the story, playing out in real life. The Last of Us isn't just a game about zombies or survival or revenge. It's about cycles. How trauma creates trauma. How violence creates violence. How love can become obsession. How heroism depends on perspective. It held up a mirror and asked, can you see yourself in your enemy? Can you forgive the unforgivable? Can you break the cycle? And based on the backlash, the answer for many was no. But maybe that's okay. Maybe the point isn't to change everyone's mind. Maybe it's to start a conversation, to make us think, to make us uncomfortable. Because in the end, the game's message is simple. Love and hate are not opposites. They're the same emotion pointed in different directions. The same intensity, the same obsession, the same inability to let go. The question isn't whether you can forgive Abby, or Joel, or Ellie. The question is, can you forgive yourself for what you felt while playing? And if you can't, well, maybe you finally understand what The Last of Us was really about. If this changed how you see The Last of Us, share it. Let's start the conversation the game wanted us to have.